Alright, match 2. This is a keep. And for what it's worth, like, you know, in assessing that game, like, I mean, it is worth noting that unlike the Obosh games we lost, that game felt like that was solely our fault that we lost it. So, you know, just, yeah, so let's see here. Alright, so we're up against Burn, which is actually kind of a matchup we want to test, so that's good. And we're going to just run out the Swiftspear here, because actually the hope is they Riftbolt it. Because the reality is they will start taking a lot of damage if they don't deal with this. So, you know, there is serious consideration on their side, especially since they shock themselves to possibly just nixing this. Unless they have Searing Blaze. Searing Blaze is definitely a problem card because they need to kill our creatures, but ideally they want to do it without taking off, putting pressure on our face. So yeah, so I smell a Searing Blaze, so like, you know, oh, well, it's no Searing Blaze. That's good. That's good. We like to see them target our creatures. I'm just gonna run out the Abbot just because we have to get aggro. Like, this is a race. And if they use a burn spell on this, great. That takes some time from their clock too. Alright, that's unfortunate, but you know, it is what it is. We have to put on pressure, I don't know what else to say. Alrighty. Well, ideally we just want to play the Bonecrusher, but we don't want to take 3 from Shatterskull Smashing, so I think we're just going to attack, and we'll hold up probably the Stomp for something. Let's play, yeah, Valakut. The Shatterskull Smashing actually can come in handy against Eidolon, because we can use it for 4 to deal with Eidolon while not taking 2. We missed out on 1 point of damage from doing this at the end of their turn, but the plus side is if they would have played an Eidolon or if they would have played a Goblin Guide or something, we would have, you know, definitely this was I think the safer bet. Let's see, do we have lethal? Let's see, this is 5 damage. 5 plus 4 is 9. Not quite. I could play Abbot and see if I do like another Lightning Bolt, but even another Lightning Bolt isn't going to do it. Yeah, so I think the idea is we attack, we play Bonecrusher. Actually, we're gonna a change of plans. We're gonna go full force, and I'll explain why. Now, bringing them to 2, there's a big difference between bringing them down to 2 and bringing them to 1. That's the problem, because if bringing them down to, let's see, 4. Yeah, because the problem is I mean, it does turn off their shocks, but it doesn't turn off their fetches. I don't know. Turning off their shocks, I think, counts for something. Let's go for it. This may actually also trigger them to wanna. Okay, good. Actually, yeah, that alone was worth it. Actually, that put the fear in them, and that's what we want. All right, so then let's play the other Abbot and in a turn. I guess they kind of had to do that because. All right. Alright, then we're threatening lethal again next turn. And this is kind of how you have to approach the burn matchup, and this is, yeah, I don't think we can do anything about that. Let's play Forgotten Cave. Again, Shatterskull Smashing can be clutch against Eidolon. So let's see, next turn we can deal 5. 6 if we just play the Shatterskull. I mean, at least we're drawing towards lethal, which is at least half decent. Okay, well they used a non-full powered Searing Blaze. That's to our advantage for sure. I want to play Abbot to possibly play both this and the other Bonecrusher. This might be a mistake, but we'll see. I mean, on the other hand, if I draw a burn spell, then we're that much closer to victory anyway, and we do. Yeah, I like it. The question is, do I play the Shatterskull? Yeah, I think we do. If they play Eidolon, that could be a little bit of a problem, but honestly, not really, because we'll just attack if they play Eidolon, and then if they don't block, then that's just 5 to the face, and they're dead. But if they do block, then we'll just play Bonecrusher, and it's kind of the same thing as playing Shatterskull. Alright, well, this is definitely like what they need to draw to be in the game. But we're just one lightning bolt away from victory, thankfully. They have to have Boros Charm and... I might do something cheeky, and I might go for the double stomp victory. The only problem with that is that it gives, you know... Nah, I'm not going to be cheeky. The only way we lose this is if they have both Lightning Bolt or some kind of Bolt and Boros Charm, which is possible. But the problem is if they have Bolt in hand, they can just play the Bolt anyway. I don't know. Maybe we should have been cheeky. Okay. Yeah, alright. So we'll just stomp in response. Lightning Helix is good in this matchup, obviously, because it keeps them in the game longer. Alrighty. Alrighty, that was a slog, but see, that's how you have to approach the burn matchup. Unfortunately, we don't have a Dragon's Claw, but like I said, when they've got Smash to Smithereens, it's really not that great anyway. Okay, so we're actually kind of pretending we're kind of like a mid-range deck, so we're just going to take out Lava Darts for Pyrite Spellbombs, because like Lava Darts don't actually kill any of their creatures, and you know, it depends. Lava Dart is great if they try to race us, because Lava Dart can outrace them, but if they kill our creatures, then Lava Dart is just a poor shock. So whether it's good or not depends entirely on how they approach the matchup. And I don't think there's anything else to do here. We kind of need everything else. We need to max the creatures. We need to max the answers to turn 1 Goblin Guide. We need to max the Blood Moons, I think, in order to possibly shut off burn spells and to shut off future core Firewalkers. And also this way we're pretty... Not that they would bring in Smash the Smithereens, but if they do, Pyrite Spellbomb is pretty transitory and likely to either just get cracked in response to Smash the Smithereens, or just get cracked immediately to deal with something, or to draw a card, so it's very unlikely to get smashed. I like Pyrite Spellbomb. Yeah. They might bring in Smash the Smithereens, because, like, you know, clearly we're mono-red, so, like, you know, this could be like a next level thing. If I was playing against this deck, I mean, we do play Dragon's Claw sometimes. We might go back to it in the future. So, like, I think it's totally justifiable to bring in Smash the Smithereens preemptively. That's what I used to do against opposing Prowess decks. They always played Dragon's Claw. So I preemptively brought in Smash the Smithereens, and then, you know, yeah, and oftentimes it worked out pretty well back when I was playing Mono Red Burn. Alright, so we will Firebolt this. Hopefully they're not playing Mutagenic Growth too. And if they play Core Firewalker, then we do have a nice, clean and easy answer. Simple and clean. Let's see. And I kind of like, actually, the Pyrite Spellbomb is a very kind of underrated tech against Burn, because it also makes it so that they usually shock themselves to play Core Firewalker, because they think they're going to recoup the life, so it's actually kind of, you know, anyway, we'll see. We'll see how great this tech really is. Yeah, they kind of have to if they're mana screwed, because our creature pressure will eventually take over. So if they don't present another creature, I think I'm just going to Season Pyromancer, discard the Firebolt and the Shatterskull Smashing. Because that's a lot of bodies. It's going to be hard for them to deal with all of them. Yeah. I mean, I could play the Bonecrusher, but I think this is kind of better because Bonecrusher is kind of card advantage, and you know, yeah, it's good stuff. And also, like, you know, they'd rather just deal with the Bonecrusher and take 2 rather than like deal with half of what Season Pyromancer put on the table, because they'll take 2 anyway from the tokens, but the tokens can keep attacking, unlike a dead Bonecrusher. All right. So I feel like this is a pretty good spot. They've got to have Core Firewalker in their hand. Otherwise, I highly doubt they would have kept this hand. So it is good that we've got the Pyrite Spellbomb waiting in the wings for that. Yeah, once they start burning the creatures, I feel like the advantage goes to us. Yeah, I'm gonna play the Bonecrusher because here's the logic. I'm going to play Pyrite Spellbomb. This exposes it to a what's it called? Shattering Smash to Smithereens, but you know, but I hope they didn't bring it in. But like, really, what this is trying to do is it also can deter Eidolon. I really hope they didn't preemptively bring in Smash to Smithereens. Okay, that's not Smash to Smithereens. Yeah. And alright, and let's see if this can bring me into the promised land, as they say. If this brings me mountain, then nice. Okay, then this is like perfect. Yeah, that was kind of what I was going for. I mean, something like this, just... Alright, and Blood Moon will probably seal the deal if, because like, no, I don't know if it'll seal the deal, but it'll definitely put me in a pretty good spot, because even if they have Core Firewalker, I can deal with one, and then future Core Firewalkers shouldn't be an issue with Blood Moon in the mix. Now, with all these tokens, I'm not too worried about Monastery Swiftspear. All right, let's get this down. See if this prompts any type of response here. All right, let's lightning bolt this. I think they play Lava Spike. I mean Lava Darts. Okay. All right. Well, they got mana screwed, but I think our hand had the tools to beat a mana flood hand. The only way we would have lost is if they would have drawn like exactly 2 or 3, or like 2 lands for the rest of the game. That happens sometimes, but like, yeah, our hand was pretty well suited to beat either a mana screw hand or a slightly mana flooded hand, and probably even like anything but like the exact perfect nuts. I think this hand was set up pretty decently to deal with. So anyway, that's good to know. I'm at least glad that that this worked out well against Burn, because this was, you know, one of the problems we were thinking with not having Dragon's Claw. I don't think it's strictly necessary, and again, you just have to immediately apply the pressure to hopefully start diverting some burn spells to your creatures, and then you generally should be able to win because you've got a lot of creatures coming out after that, whereas they usually don't. Yeah. Alright.